Hello. Hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here today. I hope you're having a beautiful day or night. We're gonna do a timeless and collective reading, get a little insight for you on the energies prominent today, some spiritual focus and clarity. It's a timeless and collective reading, so see what resonates, leave what doesn't, and remember that divine inner guidance, it's in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's dive on in. We're going to start with the Oracle of the Roses today. Let's see what God Source, Holy Spirit, Christ Consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What is the opening energy that would be helpful to know? Please and thank you. It's so beautiful. You have the Citizen. I just thought of Citizen Cope. He's one of my favorite artists. I'll find a really good song by him. 37, the Citizen. It brings you to a 10 like the Wheel of Fortune. Also back to the I am of the Yang energy. It's the Lion Rose. I don't know why when I looked at that, I thought of the song We Are the People by Empire of the Sun. We are the people of the world, every boy and girl. We can try, can't do it, why would I think you're gonna leave me, but I know I try. Are you gonna leave me now? Can't you be believing now? I don't have all the words, but I love that little part at the end. Maybe something in those words. They are really weird. That's a really weird band, but they're really good. I'm gonna read what the message is because I don't know all of these roses that well, or the messages, and I think it has probably something deeper for us to focus on for the rest of the reading. It's number 37. So the Citizen is balance, authenticity, truth, acceptance, and belonging. Those are all really powerful. Is what you are doing in keeping with the direction and the outcome you want to achieve? If not, what would you need to change for you to better align with the energies to achieve balance and success? It is all well and good being the rebel, but sometimes you do need to fit in, work with proven methods, and try not to reinvent the wheel just to get your goal. The Citizen is the everyday person who is focused on democracy and the betterment of the people. I saw that. We are the people. They are approachable, friendly, and easily connect with others. So I feel like some of you probably are the rebel. You probably feel like you always do want to go against the grain, maybe break the rules a little, do something your own way. I do see that a lot of you have a very unique perspective on things that everybody else always sees a certain way, but I feel like there's a way to blend these energies. I feel like there is a time for being rebellious and doing something like nobody else, but there's a way for you to blend that idea that feels really original that you have, and I feel like you're almost blending traditions. You're sticking to the rules here. You're connecting to others so they feel comfortable, but I still feel like you're going to help others gain a new perspective on something that they didn't quite see. It's almost like I kind of see a trendsetter, but I feel like you're getting people to work with one another. So let's continue. I brought the Love Oracle, but that feels like it needs a tarot. So let's go to a tarot and see what comes through, and then we'll maybe blend this reading together It's interesting. I pulled the Love Oracle, but now I'm looking at this pink one and the roses. That feels right too. So let's go with the flow today. Let's clarify this citizen, number 37. This is the Tarot de NUIT. What would be helpful to know on being flexible towards success and reaching your goals? It's almost like I see a highway now. It's like you're following the rules of the speed limit. You're in your own lane, but you're going in the right direction, kind of with the flow of traffic. But I kind of see that you still stand out. I see like a pink Lamborghini. So, you know, you're going with the flow, you're following the rules, but there's still something that kind of twinkles a little extra about you, that you are noticed in a different way, where people, you know, hey, where'd you get that pink Lamborghini? But that's sort of what I see. I hope that made sense as far as an energetic imprint. Like there's a blending in, but a not. You know, there's kind of going with the crowd, but still not. That's happening here. But I do feel like you're going in the right direction, and I feel like you have people working with you, people willing to flow with you, people turning their head at your perspective and wondering a little more about why you have that certain perspective, but you're not throwing them out of their lane. Okay, so let's see what this is about. Clarify the citizen, number 37, with the tarot. I just heard to turn it, so let's go this way. Oh, maybe that's why, because something turned over. The Nine of Wands. This is usually somebody that, this Nine of Wands, she looks pretty strong. Usually this is where somebody feels like they just got like put through the ringer, you know, where somebody's gone through a situation that felt like a battleground. It felt like they were pushed and pulled and they're bruised and torn and hurt, but they still have that inner, it's having that inner strength with the Nine of Wands. It's knowing that through all of that, through all of maybe people misunderstanding you, or always going with the flow or going against the grain, no matter what you did, it always felt like it was a little bit of a struggle here. I think that's a song, Struggle. I think it's Ringside. So maybe Ringside, maybe it was something where, you know, you always felt like you had to be defensive. This is recognizing you have the inner strength to handle something. You're leaving maybe something behind you. You're using that wand to move forward with passionate energy, with enthusiasm, with confidence, with creativity. It looks like your head is held very high here. I feel like you're proud of everything you've gone through. Maybe that's why you have a different perspective on something. Maybe that's why you do stand out a little. That inner strength can be felt. Sometimes the Nine of Wands is almost to the end of something, but not quite there. Sometimes it's you have to give something one last push, one last try. You know, a big go. But sometimes it's where you recognize that that goal, this said something about goals and success. That goal at the end is worth that effort you put into, all that you went through. Even though at the time it was a, you know, rough road, a rough ride. Maybe you were out of gear with that pink Lamborghini and you were trying to go with traffic in first gear and it was really, really loud and annoying. But sometimes this Nine of Wands is putting something down. You know, if you see that it's not getting you anywhere, if you see that it's not worth the fight, then sometimes it is not giving up. It's more like waving the white flag and going in a different direction where it's not always something you have to push. So let's see. Let's clarify the Nine of Wands. Ooh, that was quick. And you have the Six of Cups. So maybe this has to do with past dreams, somebody coming back from the past. I feel like this has something to do with the past where you felt left out by a friend, left out by a lover, or somebody that maybe didn't quite get you. It could have been a tough situation you had with somebody from the past where you felt like it could have been a lot easier had there been communication. This person is standing out there under the light, so they do have illumination to see right around them, but they don't look like they're moving. They look like they're waiting for somebody to come back, waiting for someone to maybe recognize how this could be somebody recognizing how strong you are because of everything you went through from the past. This could be you recognizing how strong you are and how much you can handle because of the cycles you've had in your life, the experiences you've gone through, that you've always gotten up stronger afterwards. But you could be in this nostalgic energy, kind of looking back at all of those trials and tribulations that you have gone through, and how maybe it made you a warrior. Maybe it made you be that wounded healer. Even if in those past memories, whether they were beautiful or weird, you know, you're seeing them now through a different light. Seeing them possibly as blessings, that they got you this far, that they got you this strong. Don't get stuck in those past memories. The Six of Cups usually comes through to bring you back into the now, bring you back into the moment, make a new memory today. Also, lighten something up. Maybe that's if you're connecting to others here. Maybe it's being this powerful, you know, warrior kind of energy, that you are strong, that you can do it, that you've gone through a lot, that you have, you know, these experiences under your belt and in your heart because you know. But maybe it's also the gentle approach, because the Six of Cups is possibly handling someone with kid gloves, with this beautiful vibration of innocence. It could be you healing childhood wounds, helping others heal childhood wounds, recognize the strength and everything they've gone through. It could be connecting to children, but I feel like there's a lot of independence here. Maybe some of you felt alone as a kid. That's why you're so strong now. You always kind of, I mean, did say some of you were a rebel here, or you felt like you had to, you know, go against the grain. Maybe some of you had to. You had to sort of grow up on your own, handle a lot around you with this strength that you were adult, and maybe you were just a kid. Upside down, it's kind of getting lost in the past, but sometimes this is a blast from the past, somebody coming back from the past. For some of you, this is somebody coming back from the past, and that is something that you have grown because of, out of, but you don't want to relive because it feels like it would be a weird cycle. Maybe you're releasing that, saying thank you, no thank you. But it could also be somebody coming back from the past. Maybe you felt left out by someone, but maybe somebody had to gain their own inner strength, or you and someone had to do that, but maybe independently on your own. Let's see. Let's get one more. One more. Clarify that Six of Cups, please, and thank you. Is there one more to clarify? The Magician and the Four of Cups. Look at this sassy Magician. You have ethereal spiritual light coming out of both hands. So you are creating something and you're pursuing something with the masculine and feminine hands. I say something about being under your belt, energy or strength or experiences under your belt. You do have a very fancy belt here. That's making magic. But the Four of Cups is kind of like bored, not looking at what you can manifest, not looking at the opportunities that you've been given, or not looking at how strong you are to handle something. This is usually a gift that is handed to someone. Here you go, you were a little bit bored with life. How about you take a sip of this and see how it fulfills you? And somebody was looking in the wrong direction. they're not open to blessings coming in. I feel like maybe that was the past energy. Maybe because of a past situation, you or someone else wasn't open. They weren't seeing when something was actually a blessing, or when something was a amazing opportunity to manifest new growth in their life, changes in their life. And they were just sort of complacent and stuck here. There's a fountain right by them, but they're not looking at it. This looks like evanescence in that one video. I'll find it and I'll put it in. But I feel like now somebody's ready to focus on what's around them, the tools they have, the talents that are in them, and recognizing that because of everything from the past, they are strong enough to manifest their dreams, make magic in their life, expect miracles and divine energy to just come into their world like stardust, but be a part of that. Because if this is upside down, it's somebody taking the opportunity. If this is something upside down, it's recognizing that an opportunity is not worth taking because it's coming from false pretenses or a false person, or somebody desiring to control a situation and want it to be a certain way, and it wouldn't feel good. It wouldn't feel like a gift. The energy would be a little bit off and pushy. So if somebody is looking at an opportunity like that, I feel somebody's strong enough to say no. They've already gone through that in the past. They're not going to do that again. But if this is upright and that is you or somebody else, this is somebody recognizing that spiritual blessing when it's there, taking hold of it and believing in their own personal power to handle something, try something as many times as needed in the now, because it will grow, it will manifest, it will become something amazing. And it looks like it's taking you to the 10 of Cups. It will have fulfillment in your growth. It's like you're creating this light in the dark. Interesting, you have this rose kind of falling from the sky. The 10 of Cups is happily ever after, but you have to be a part of that. And in that happily ever after, there are days that are amazing and you want to relive those moments over and over and over and over. And there are going to be days where it feels like you just don't have any energy left to keep going. There will be people that will work on your side and work with you and believe in you and be part of this beautiful, you know, happy energy that you manifest, because this is the people that want to see you succeed. There will be people you will reach out to and they will just not be ready to open up or even look in the right direction to take, you know, an offer that you made. And there will be people that will turn their head, look at your pink Ferrari, and know that they want to get in the passenger seat. Yes, please, I'll take a ride. Or if not, I just want to be by your side and watch you in your sassy Ferrari. Upside down, it could be releasing anything because it's an ending where it wasn't fulfilling. It kind of was like, you know, because this can be pulling the wool over your eyes. Empty promises. Somebody not authentic. That said something about authenticity. That's somebody that's not authentic with their sales pitch that they're giving. That's somebody that's like, yeah, buy my product. It's amazing. I'll give you 3 for free. Just sign on the dotted line and do it in the next 10 seconds and it's yours. And then you sign on the dotted line and you're handed a piece of, you know, like crappy products that breaks and, you know, it's not lived up to its potential or what somebody promised it would be. So it could be that there was a dream or a fantasy or a happily ever after that was promised, and maybe it was just always a battleground. It was always just draining you. It was always just, you know, putting you in this energy of want complacency where you never felt like anything was a blessing because all of the memories you have from there just weren't of growth. You always felt I'm even getting like a little bit betrayed or taken advantage of. Like you have this magical energy here and others just wanted to utilize it maybe for their own benefit. I kind of feel like, I don't know why I'm getting this message. I feel like some of you, because you have the citizen here, kind of always looked for the best in everyone, or you saw that spiritual light in everybody, but I feel like some people maybe took advantage of your kindness. So with this 9 of Wands, I feel like you're still seeing everybody through that spiritual light, but you're not allowing others to kind of take advantage of your energy, your time. Your time is valuable. Time is precious here. We're not guaranteed time. And I feel like you've gained a lot of strength in knowing who is valuable and worthy of your time, there for your highest and greatest good, and those that were maybe just there for their benefit but had the big promises. I feel like you're promising something to yourself here, to be around the people that vibrate with you and not drain you. The 10 of Cups is a really beautiful energy. It is the happily ever after and yet reality. But even when the reality is a little weird, it still feels upright, like it's a blessing. Like I am so grateful I had that weird day with you, because there's so much love in the 10 of Cups. When it's upright, it's truth. When it's upside down, it is a little weird. It's still maybe releasing a situation with that loving energy. But if you're releasing anything, you're manifesting amazing to come. You could also be manifesting something to come back different from your past. Whew, I'm not even sure what came through there, but I did pull out this one, the romance and love. So let's get a couple of romance and love. It does make sense to use this with that pretty little rose card. So what are some romance and love messages that would be helpful today? Please and thank you. Celebration is coming through. You have reason to celebrate. You're going to meet somebody at a party. You are connecting with the right vibrations here. You are making magic with the Magician. You might have a reunion coming through with the 6 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is being around people that make you vibrate high and amazing and happy. You are doing something here that's kind of it's like a very fancy castle tent. I feel like this is just a moment. I feel like that tent isn't permanent. It's going to go up. You need to make it to that celebration and have some fun, taking time to appreciate the good things, happy days, and partying. I'm even seeing with this 6 of Cups, you're focusing more on the parts of your journey that felt magical, and making more plans for magical, spiritual, beautiful, happy moments to come into your future. Happy days. Clarity on celebration. Star. You have star coming in. Your hope and it's almost the same message. So it's all about mindset here. Your hope and your optimism are powerful, a powerful love magnet for you right now. So you need to have that high vibration of hope, healing, positive energy, positive vibration. The right people are going to be attracted to you. You're also being protected against any weird vibrations. I feel like you're gonna notice it a mile away. And I kind of see that whereas before you would have been overly focused on that kind of energy that was weird, you almost pay it no mind now. You see it for what it is, you leave it alone, you do your own thing, or you go where the vibes are amazing. Because it's not like this card, it's not completely ignoring it. I don't see it, I don't see it, I don't see it, it's not there. It's like, the Magician, you see it. You're just not going to deal with it. You're just not going to let it get to you. You're not going to let that, you know, you have such a powerful protection here of energy. It's like no one's going to burst through that bubble of spiritual protection that you have. I also see you shining like a star in such a way that maybe even those people that had the weird vibes before, the empty promises, maybe your starlight is so extra bright. You're putting some beautiful healing inspiration into others as well, without it pulling you in. What is another message when it comes to love? Calmer waters. I really like that. Look at your fancy boat. You put up your sails. If the waters were choppy and weird before, things are going to calm down. Smooth out, quiet times, flowing, getting rid of, that's whatever I saw before. Whatever drama was going on or situation that was kind of getting you out of alignment is just gonna not bother you. You're recognizing how strong you are. You're gonna start to see all the blessings around you. And I feel like you're determined to go towards this fulfillment of your heart. What fulfills your heart? Who fills your heart with love? Getting rid of upheaval and leaving the drama behind. You're leaving the baggage on the shore. Amazing. Quiet times, flowing. You have this beautiful, peaceful energy coming in. I feel like whoever you're with, I feel like if you're on a boat with someone, you're going to have a good time with. Because once you're on the boat, you can't get off. So make sure whoever is on that boat with you, no matter how exciting it is or how boring that day is, that those are people you vibe with. Even if it gets a little choppy, it's somebody that you communicate well with. And I feel like you can settle something right away where even if it's differences of opinions, you're both in that high vibration where you want to make it work. So you do. Because you have that celebration energy. I also see that boat as receiving guidance along that journey, looking at that North Star. But I'm also seeing you as that North Star, where you are a beautiful spiritual guide, offering guidance and wisdom to others, maybe just one person. What is one more message when it comes to love and relationships? What's one more message, please and thank you? Falling fast. You have calmer waters, this beautiful bright star, and then you have something that's going to happen out of nowhere really fast. So this is really nice. Head over heels, something, maybe this is somebody you fell fast for, you know, in the past, or if somebody's coming back from the past, you just fall right back into a romance with someone. It could also be where you meet somebody, because this is a soulmate, and or sometimes I see this as where you knew each other in past lives. It could be that you fall fast for someone because you've already had a go around a couple times with someone, and there's just this knowingness about looking in someone's eyes, and it's kind of like you recognize their soul. The message, I like that it has a little extra message here, is don't lose yourself in the process. You know, keep with the goals that you have set for yourself, a step by step. You know, try to see eye and eye so you each get on the same page. If you're going at different paces, you know, maybe you have that Ferrari, you know, but somebody else, I don't know, I just heard a Pinto. That's like a totally different car. I think that's a car. I don't know what it looks like. And it's just kind of getting like in the right direction, even if you're different paces. It just says don't lose yourself in the process. Don't give up everything that you're doing over here just because this beautiful love has fallen out of nowhere into your life. It's you having balance with something. I'm also seeing that even if you are out with a bunch of friends at this celebration, you meet somebody amazing, but let's just say you went with one friend. Maybe include your friend. I just see you like, don't leave your friend alone if they're not really the one that's too social, because you found this amazing person that you're having good convo with, and you leave your friend sitting there on the sidelines, or you leave with someone and leave them alone. I feel like you need to include someone and not forget about the things that you already had in your plans. Just adjust accordingly and try to fit it all in different. I guess we're getting one more. Please and thank you. What is one final message from the, also this is the combo, I don't think I mentioned it, it's the romance and love as well as the whispering heart. I put them together because they're both pink and they're both kind of small on their own. So what is one more message, please and thank you, when it comes to love? Settling. So avoid settling for less than you deserve in love. I feel like that's sort of the message that came through with the weird elevator pitch. It's knowing when something is well worth all of that effort and that strength that you have, or if you're, you know, not following the boundaries that you learned over past experiences. So for some of you, that message is coming through because you deserve more than you're accepting, because you know how strong you are, you know what you deserve, but maybe it's even breadcrumbs. I don't know why I see somebody getting breadcrumbs. Even if those breadcrumbs are brilliant and bright, maybe you need more than breadcrumbs. You need somebody to really follow through, actions matching words. You could also be the one recognizing somebody that is settling for less than they deserve, since you do have this citizen and you do have this inner strength that's come through past experiences. So maybe you're even helping somebody from your past recognize, like, you've always been amazing. What are you doing? How is this a relationship you're in right now? Did you forget how amazing you are and what you deserve? Maybe you're just kind of giving somebody a beautiful pep talk. So maybe you change their perspective a little bit, because you deserve a lot in love. And I feel like you recognize that maybe in somebody else too. Maybe they got used to taking less than they deserve. Or for some, maybe you never even had the opportunity, you know, to really have that beautiful blessing that felt like it was from God and nourishes your deep soul. Maybe it was just relationships that were in and out, fast and done, choppy waters, or just so calm it was boring and not exciting. Hold on, I'm gonna pause you one sec, hold on. Just in case some of you are connecting to somebody from the past, or there is somebody from the past coming back, the divine truth is mostly messages about somebody you do already know, giving you a little clarity on that person's situation or that person's perspective. I don't think that that's everybody. I feel like some of you have some brilliant new love, partnerships, manifestation, dreams. You know, it's taking you to that 10 of Cups. Many more beautiful memories to come. And I feel like for a lot of you, this calmer water situation is with a new environment, a new person, a new dynamic. But if some of you are reconnecting, I want to pull you a message or two. So let's do a message or two for this group from the divine truth. Clarify the connection if it's somebody coming back from the past for the collective today. Please and thank you. A little clarity, insight, and I hear communication. I was gonna say I hear communication. You know, speak up. Well, so speak up, don't give up. There is somebody that wants to come back. They don't want you to let go. I am not letting you go. You will hear from me very soon. don't give up on me. So maybe some of you feel like you said all that you need to say. Maybe it hasn't been an open mouth, open communication situation. Maybe for some of you, it has been a lot of silence. Maybe somebody has been gathering their strength or manifesting something different in their life, or finally recognizing what slipped, you know, through their fingers, or missing that energy where it felt like a celebration around them. Maybe some of them had a situation where they were settling for less. It was a constant battleground, and somehow you have always been that guidance to come back to where they found you and them peaceful and harmonic. But maybe it wasn't between some of you. Maybe you had a situation where it was kind of like a battleground with someone. Maybe somebody had to find this peace and calm and tranquility in themselves. Maybe you've always had this hope and optimism that somebody will come back. It's saying don't give up and not to let go. So I do feel like there is communication coming in for some of you, but whatever you are doing to create these new memories, you need to stick to what you've learned along this path. Stick to the discernment you have on who is, you know, coming through with spiritual energy, or who has just the big old words, and who actually brings this peace and tranquility in your life. And I feel like if somebody is coming back from the past, you do have this falling fast energy. So maybe the message is, if somebody comes back, try to take it slow. And that's maybe the best path towards getting to that beautiful 10 of Cups, happily ever after. Dot, dot, dot. I guess we're getting one more from this half. I started to auto shuffle. Yes, somebody is planning. So if you don't see a connection right now or know what's going on, it could be because somebody is cooking something pretty big up for you. They are planning on preparing a love for you, and it's an offer for you, a love offer. You will be shocked and surprised. Maybe somebody's coming back with, you know, completely different ingredients than you expect, a completely different energy. It's something that's going to come out of the blue, bigger than you expect, not what you anticipated, not the same old promises that came in the past. It looks pretty big. This person is like Pippi Longstocking strong with that huge stew pot above them. There's also a clock here, so I feel like somebody's been working many hours to figure something out, especially if it involves you. It does look like it somehow rotates around food. Maybe it starts with a dinner. Maybe this person likes to cook. But I see somebody at the grocery store. I think that's like an energy thing, but it could actually be the grocery store. But I feel like somebody had to find the perfect ingredients. I feel like somebody went to so many different stores trying to figure something out because they wanted it to be just right for you. I see somebody having some kind of special ingredient that you could only find on a specific season, on a specific country, somewhere in the world. I don't know what that is, but I feel like that's more of an energy thing. But I feel like it is very special to you. So other half, let's get another one. For the collective watching that is going to be reconnecting with someone from the past. For some of you, maybe this is not who you expect. Not the person you're thinking of, but somebody from your past and or past lives coming on in. What is another message? Because they're being guided by their higher self towards a dream come true, towards you. This is somebody connecting to their spirit guides, somebody connecting to their higher self. My spirit guides are helping assist in this divine connection, and someone who has new insight, new illumination they've gained on everything they've gone through, or what they went through with you, or what they went through without you. And now they're hearing that guidance. They're following the right signs instead of maybe even, I see with those little parakeets, birds of a feather flock together. Maybe they were with the wrong flock before, and maybe they want to fly free to you. I just thought of the song Freedom 90 by George Michael. What is another message? Since we got 2 from the first half, one more for the collective. Yeah, you had somebody that was avoiding a situation. Maybe that's what they're learning, or that's what they're being guided out of. Even here, it looks like that person just is by themselves. Somebody could have been avoiding a situation because they didn't want to get into any chaos. Someone could have been keeping you out of chaos. Somebody could have been an avoidant, like this person here. Something beautiful is right in front of them and they're just not looking in the right direction. This could be somebody avoiding a lot of feelings that they had because they don't know how to put something together or how to express what it is that they felt. This could be somebody that was scared of loss. It's almost like they feared losing you, so they chose to lose you, thinking that would be easier than getting deeper into something. I feel like that probably caused more turmoil and weather changes in their life. Maybe they needed to weather their life different or make changes in their life. If there was anything that they were avoiding for a long time and it needed to change, it needed to be seen, addressed. The puzzle pieces had to come together, and they had to connect something differently. This is somebody who really does desire to be close to you. But they avoid emotional attachments out of fear. There's love and there's fear, and they are different. If somebody is guided by their spirit guides to be with you, and they recognize that there's no drama with you, there's no baggage with you, things just flow, even when it's quiet times, there's still that energy of celebration and happiness, where you light up their soul. I always feel like being with you is a magical experience. Maybe somebody was settling for something because it wasn't quite as fearful as something big. If there's something they're staying with, it might have been because they weren't really worried about it going anywhere, or, you know, about, I don't know why I see that, where someone like, I feel like they didn't even care either way. But it was easier to stay stuck than to move. I feel like if somebody moved with you in the past, they were really scared of you going away, you not loving them for who they are, you not staying with them if you found something better. I even see this together. For some of you, if this person did not have confidence, even if you saw them as a star, you tried to show them how amazing they are. They didn't believe it if they didn't believe that in themselves. So maybe they felt like you were settling to be with them, but maybe they didn't have their self, you know, they didn't have their own energy and that high vibration and beautiful belief of manifestation to recognize that you really did connect to them deep in their soul, that they made you feel just as magical to be around them, peaceful. You had the same chemistry as them. It's almost like they just didn't want to believe it. I feel like that probably made you feel left out. That was a lot. Let's go to the mystery deck. What are some ending mystery messages to be helpful today? To sum this all up, I'm definitely getting different groups, different situations. What are some helpful summary messages, please, and thank you. Somebody did, where's that big mouth? That somebody's calling you, where is it? Don't give up. When somebody calls, they definitely want you to answer. Maybe if somebody is pushy and they want you to answer right away, you can take your time. Maybe somebody is answering that divine call that they are being guided towards you now. Maybe that involves a little bit of planning, tapping into their inner strength, even releasing something from the past that was maybe holding them back. Where's your past energy? This one. I really do feel like somebody had to grow alone. Somebody had to really go deep within, have some inner reflection and inner growth there. And that was probably you too. What is another message? We got this person in the spotlight. And now they're stepping through the portal into the unknown with this ethereal energy, like a spotlight shining on this direct path, but it's about that leap of faith into what you don't see, what you don't know. So you got to be on the page that you are in when you're there, and continue to discover more about yourself, maybe more about someone else. Continue to take leaps of faith towards your growth. That's somebody that was settling. This could have been you in the past. This could have been that comfort zone. This could have been what somebody else was in or stuck around with. I don't know if you guys remember the Nelsons, but this is sort of like the status quo. Going with what you think society wants. You know, it's like if you live in a beautiful neighborhood, it is following the rules. I am seeing that. You know, if you're supposed to snow plow, if you're supposed to, you know, shovel the sidewalk so people don't slip on the sidewalk because that's your property in front of the house, you do have to do things like that. But this particular energy here, it's interesting that this came through. Because it's kind of looks pretty on the outside, but it's kind of, where's your want energy? It's kind of boring on the inside. It's where, the energy is very much concerned about what everyone else believes, but that belief is not really the truth of the inner picture of something. This is where you have like the mother and the father sleeping in two separate beds. That's kind of what that is. Like, kind of comfortable, but not comfortable. Definitely not passionate. So there is lack of passion in a certain area with a certain person, whether that's you or someone else, or that is past situations where maybe you were settling. If you want passion, you should have equal passion. If you want to continually grow with someone, it should be somebody you constantly grow with, not you always want to be separated from when you're in the same house. Beautiful on my own. So for some of you, maybe this guidance is happening way in the future. Maybe you are being guided to do something independently on your own. Maybe you are making your own plans because you prefer to be in calmer waters without any drama, chaos, and you're starting to be the narrator of your own beautiful journey where you are creating reasons to celebrate this journey. You are no longer avoiding a lot of changes. You're making those changes happen. This is inner and outer beauty, and this is uniqueness. That's that pink, you know, whether it's a Pinto or a Lamborghini. it's beautiful your own way. Not trying to be what you or someone else believes you should be with that Nelson's. Interesting that this whole reading is kind of a dichotomy of both fitting in and standing out. I feel like there's a way to merge it, to fit in and stand out. But it's going to be done with authenticity and truth. Otherwise, that's when it's different inside than on the outside. And that's that mask that kind of gets uncomfortable. Yeah. I love that I just said that and this came through. You know, you keep the rules at work. You follow, you know, the speed limit on the highway. But, you know, you rewrite the rules that weren't working. You change something up. I feel like that's communication. New rules for you because of experiences. Maybe somebody is coming through because of their experiences and they have new rules, or maybe you and someone are brand new together and you got to combine those energies because what worked with one partnership is going to be totally different with another because you're going to be different, that other person's different, and you need to be flexible to see what works. And it's rating them as you go, but sticking to the ones that are worth following through with. I feel like the last couple of readings, this comes out. So you do have somebody you know. Maybe for some of you, it's just the first name you think of and that's who you're going to meet, if this is somebody new. So who is the first person you think of that always believed you were beautiful inside out? The first person you think of that you fell fast for, but maybe you lost yourself with. The first person you think of that you can see being part of your happily ever after. The first person you think of that you wish answered but went to silence and wish would come on back and communicate. The first person you think of that you can manifest the you-know-what out of your lives together, or the first person you think of that inspired you to manifest the world your own way without needing anyone else. The first person you think of that you need to set some new rules up with. The first person you think of that always had that spiritual light and guidance in your life, like the star. The first person you think of that maybe had a beautiful way of blending in, accepting others, but still always did something their own way too, and made that beautiful blend of energies happen. The first person you think of, you hope is planning something special for you. And the first person you think of that you would like to plan for. The first person you think of that you get constant guidance about, whether that's going towards someone or that's being guided to release energies because they're not the right vibe anymore in your life. The first person you think of that maybe out of nowhere you should give a call to because you haven't spoken to them in a long time, whether that be a childhood friend or somebody from the recent past. The first person you think of that you went through battles with, but you are a warrior because of. The first person you think of that maybe you accepted breadcrumbs and you should have recognized your value as well as they should have. The first person you think of that ran away from something real when you only wanted to offer them love and truth. The first person you think of that you ran away from because it seems so deep and real that you'd rather not be hurt than be there and stay where you're sleeping in separate beds, but you didn't have anything to worry about, but also felt like no opportunities or big blessings were coming in your life either. The first person you think of that I think you want to celebrate with, or that you always had a good time, whether you were out at a party or watching TV, driving in the car or going on vacation. The the first person you think of, because I feel like I've ended on that one the last couple times. The first person you think of that's got the right stuff. You got the right stuff, baby. I can't not think of the New Kids on the Block song when that comes through, and that totally just ages me. It's cool. You've got the right stuff. And with this, I bid you adieu. I've got to go to the store and get some groceries. I think it's getting a little late here when I'm filming this, and the store is going to close soon, so I'm going to go. And with that, I bid you adieu. Thank you for being here with me today. I love you so much, and I feel so very, very blessed to get to be here with you. Thank you, friends. I love you.